Alright, the unit is on, and the first thing we're going to do is go down to the monitor button. It's down in this area, and we're going to hit it and make sure that everything is on, that all your inputs are on, all your tracks are on. After you're sure that everything is on, and to turn them on, all you do is just hit the buttons up here for the inputs and the buttons here for the tracks themselves. So now we're going to go to song, push the song button, and we want list, so just keep hitting the song button until we land on list. Now we want to see the new flashing. You may have to move these cursors left and right, up and down to get this thing flashing, and once it is flashing you hit enter over here and it'll ask you want to save it. Go over here, it's flashing, yes it's flashing, hit enter, and it saved the previous song. So now we're going to create a new song, and OK is flashing, again hit enter. This is where we're going to name the song. So OK is flashing. Let's go to the cursors and get it up into the space where all this lettering is, and then you can name it by just using this jog dial, and it'll send all these letters by. And then when you find the letter you want, like we'll say we'll just name it Eddie, we got an E, push enter. Then we push hit this right button, and now the next one is flashing, and we go to a D, and we'll hit enter again, and again right, so we get that moving over to the next letter. Find another D, there it is, hit enter, and we'll hit this again, move over, and we'll put a Y on there. Okay, I got a Y, Eddie. So Eddie, new song. Then we just hit the cursor, get it over to out of here, over to OK. Once you got it to OK, hit OK. And now when you go to your song list, which you can, all you do is just jog this thing. If we look, it's usually alphabetical, but you can change it to other things. But anyway, there it is. We're on Eddie's song. It's dark, and that means that this tune is now active. Alright, now that we have our song chosen, Eddie's song, we're ready to record. So we hit the record button, which brings up this map. We're going to want to record in direct mode, so just keep hitting record until we're in direct mode. Now you'll notice these guys are flashing, all our inputs are flashing, all our tracks are flashing, and these numbers up top correspond to the inputs, these correspond to the tracks. So if for instance I want to record a guitar and a vocal at the same time using inputs 1 and 2, I simply go up here, input 1, you'll see this black square, and I come down to track 1, hit that button, and now you'll see this, and that means that we're actively ready to record from input 1 to track 1. And let's set up the vocal, if that's what it's going to be. Input 2, it's now flashing with a black square. We'll come down to track 2, select track 2, and now we see 1 and 2 are ready for active recording. Okay, now you're ready to record, so you hit the record button and push play, and now you've got a nice solid red light. Red light's solid on the tracks, and you're recording. So just a quick note, if you tracks 1 and 2, they don't have 1/4 inch, so if you want to use 1/4 inch, you're going to have to use 3. You'll know that by looking at the back, and if you're using 1 and 2, and you don't want to use phantom power, then you have to turn the phantom power off. Okay, so we've recorded on 1 and 2, and let's say that you want to overdub some more music on there or whatever. Come down to record and hit record, and what you're going to see is clear current record setting. Right cursor, OK, enter. OK, so now it gets you back to square one. We'll go back up to hitting record, back up to direct. So this way you've cleared the previous recording settings, and you're not inadvertently going to just record or erase what you just did. So we start from scratch. We're going to go up here. We're going to record from input 3 into track 3 because we already have something on 1 and 2. And now you can just keep, adding things if you want. Go to track 4. You can move it over. Input 3. Track 5. And so forth. Okay, we're done recording, so now we're going to get ready to mix it down to stereo. From stereo, we'll be able to burn a disc. So we hit record again. That brings again this menu up, clear recording settings. We go to our cursor, we hit enter, OK, and now we're able to scroll down to mix down, and something up here, either the safe or the library, will be flashing. We want to move over one, get record flashing, hit enter until it's black, and make sure that all of your tracks are on. Those are simply turned on and off by pushing one of these buttons. Here's 5, and you'll notice 5 goes on and off. So you just make sure all these are on. Okay, so we are ready to do a mix down. We should see mix down. We should see black record. So we're going to hit record, play, and get our solid red color here. Stereo will be solid red. And you just use your headphones or your monitors and play with your faders until you think you've got a mix that you like. Hit stop. And now in order to hear what you just did, the mix down you just did, hit monitor. Then you'll see this stereo track off. Enter. This comes up again. Arrow right till we get to OK. OK. And now you see stereo track is on. So when you hit rewind and play, you will hear the mix down that you did. And you can just do it again. If you didn't like it, just go back to record. It asks you to exit stereo playback. OK. And record is flashing, but it's not black. Enter. Now it's black. And now you're ready to do another mix down. If you want to try it again, record, play. Got our solid red colors. And so finally we're done. We want to hear what we did. Monitor. Here we got this guy again. Enter. Brings that up again. One to the right. OK. Enter. And now now we can hear the stereo track that we just recorded again. Just rewind and hit play, and you can listen to it. If you like it, then you're there. Now you notice under here you've got these numbers 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So if you liked the first thing you did, then you can keep it. But if you want to try it again a different way, then you just go to these arrows and just hit enter. And now that will light up. So now if you wanted to do another stereo mix, but keep the first one, then this will tell you this is your second mix and on over to up to 8. But it will keep your first one unless you should go back and record over it. So this is a quick note about EQ, dynamics, and effects. I wouldn't concern yourself with dynamics. EQ, obviously you just push this guy here. It changes the menu, and this is what you want to see. And this up here, it tells you where it's being applied to. And in order to change that up here, you would just hit these buttons. And we're changing the application on input. And down here, we hit these buttons. And it's changing the application as far as the track. And then these are your choices. And you just turn this guy to change those dynamics, or those EQ settings. And effect 1 and 2. 1 and 2, you hit them and you're going to see basically the same menu come up for 1, and now I'm pushing the 2. So you see the same thing come up, but you can apply one effect, 2 effects at the same time if you want. And to call up those effects, you push it until you see this library here, and then scroll, and then you can just grab an effect. In this case, we'll grab phaser. You'll see the recall button flashing. You'll hit enter. It'll ask you to recall the effect. You're going to cursor over 1. You grab it. You hit enter. Okay, and so now we've got phaser on effect 1. If we want to then on effect 2 put something else, how about a flange, then cursor over till we get to recall. There's recall flashing. By use of these buttons, we hit enter, and it shows this again. And now we've got, so on effect 1, we've got a phaser, and an effect 2, we've got a flange, and you can adjust the amount of those effects by just using your cursor, moving it across, picking the track, or if you want the input, you push the input, and there are your inputs, 1 through 8. Okay, so we pick up where we left off. We listened to our mix down. We like it. Whether it was number 1 or number 2, hit enter if you like number 2 better, or go back, pick number 1. Okay. Now, in order to get this song that we just recorded into the stereo library, we actually need to change songs. So right now, you can see Eddie's song was lit up, and I've changed it to another song. So now Eddie's song will appear in the stereo library. So I go to CD and track it once, disc it once, I don't know. I've got a CD in there, a blank CD. I'm going to pick track it once. It's now initiating the list. We're going to cursor to new, hit new, enter, and then cursor over till the song titles are lighting up. And then we'll scroll down until your song shows up. There it is. Okay, now I'm going to pick the song by, I'm just going to cursor over until it's flashing, and that's it. Then I'm going to go cursor back, execute, hit execute, let it run through its process. If you want to add any other songs, just go back to new, hit new, another line shows up, cursor down to that, scroll through the song that you want, go back, hit execute, and that's it, man.